Well, hello there, dear folks and fellow YouTubers. It's your best buddy here, Nuclear Skull 7, and in at least one of today's videos, I will be doing part 2 of my walkthrough for Lost Vikings, played on the PC as a part of the Blizzard Arcade Collection. And as you can tell by the video here, we are obviously on a very different level from what we were on in the last video before this one, which was the Croutonian Spaceship. As you can tell by the music, this is a more jungly, prehistoric level. No way am I giving up. That was intense. Yeah, what a ride. I think I'm going to be sick. Yeah, don't blame him actually. Whoa! So, I'm gonna go ahead and have Olaf the Stout so we can use his shield to defend everyone else from that dinosaur's bite there. You can tell this is a low-tech, primitive, prehistoric level, judging by just the more primitive drum-type music in this level. Whoa, that was not wise, what I almost did. Okay, now it's time to use our dear friend Baliag the Fierce to take that thing out. And voila, he's dead as a doornail. Except now we're going to have to use Eric the Swift to jump down here and grab that red key, because otherwise we can't get through this level, let alone this world. So the world we're on today is called Prehistoric Era, simple as that. Just before I forget to mention it. Okay. So, alright, Nitrite. So I'm going to go ahead and go here, should I need it for health? Go over here so we can grab that key. So we have not one, but two keys now. One yellow, the other red. Okay. Okay, so we will need Eric the Swift for this part. As you can tell there. But boy, oh boy, let's get out of the way. And have Olaf the Stout defend us with his shield there. I forgot what his name was there for a brief moment. Hey, it happens. I'm just a meager mortal like you guys watching this video, of course. And, okay, now it's safe to go. Okay, let's let that prehistoric slug down there just do his thing. Now, it'll be safe for us to go across, of course. There we go. And he is dead as a doornail, I'm afraid. And obviously, Eric the Swift has the key. But the thing is, I'm going to go ahead and put Olaf the Stout up there as well, just so that we can be more safe. And voila. And as usual, we will use Baliag the Fierce to kill the dinosaur. As well as that other slug over there. And voila, they're both dead as a doornail. Okay, Eric the Swift, my man. Alright. Sadly, only Eric the Swift can run. I mean, I should say jump. Guess run, too, maybe somewhat. And, of course, Eric the Swift is the only guy who has the yellow key, which we're going to use to unlock this very door here. And voila, it is unlocked. Okay, now we're going to need Baliag the Fierce's arrow to activate that switch over there. And voila. Alright there, son. Hate to say it, Baliag, but we're going to need you again, buddy, old boy. Voila. Thank you there, son. You're too kind. Ah, and we're already at the end of this individual level. Bringing all three dudes up here, of course. It's nice to be outside again. Those blue lizards were kind of cute. Yeah, when they weren't trying to eat us. Of course, this is a time when dinosaurs weren't even discovered yet. Password FLOT. F-L-O-T. Now, in this level of World 2 Prehistoric Era, we're obviously in a prehistoric cave, and we're going to see some lava as well. Okay, let's go up here. See if there's anything we need to do. Okay, before I do much of anything else, I'm gonna grab that apple and that other one. Whoa! That was dumb what I just nearly did. gonna go ahead and use Olaf the Stout. So in case there's any armored enemies, we need him to use his shield to defend us against. Okay. Nope, thanks the Lord there isn't. However, I'm gonna go ahead and use Eric the Swift to jump. Oops. Luckily, I had an apple to restore my health. Okay, unfortunately, I don't think that's something you can really... I'm gonna go ahead and bring Baliog the Fierce up there as well to join some of our other buddies. Now, just while I'm thinking about it before I do any more gameplay, this is in some ways a longer as well as a harder level than the last one. You'll remember that the last map before this one was fairly short. And yes, if you're playing the PC version of this game, you can hit CL to kind of rewind from the part you were killed at, as you saw me do just now there. Yeah. I hate to have to do that, but it's that or get killed. Because yes, those unfortunately will kill you right away. Mark my words. Buddy, you can do better than that. Swift, try to avoid those things if you can, buddy. And yes, I got hurt, but hey, it's better than falling into that. And yes, now we got the blue key. Yep. So now we're going to have to bring the other friends down. First, we'll do Baliog the Fierce, because I don't think there's any other enemies nearby that can hurt us. Okay. So now we're going to also bring Olaf the Stout down. In fact, we're going to have him go first as usual, in case there's any enemies that shoot out projectiles to us. And yes, I was, thank God, wise enough to do that. And now we'll just use Baliog the Fierce's arrow to take care of that dude. Let's go up here, see if there's anything else. Or anyone else? Nope. Nothing really up here. It's basically what you call a dead end. Okay. Now, those caveman guys are interesting enemies. Yes, you can use Olaf the Stout's shield to defend yourself against them, but something you can also do, if you time it just right at least, is use Baliog the Fierce's sword. And yes, it doesn't kill them right away, but it will kill them eventually. I didn't exactly time that right myself. Come on, buddy. I'm just gonna go ahead and use the arrow against him. Alright. And he's dead as a rock. Obviously, this bridge here requires a red key, and unfortunately we don't have one at the current moment. Let's go find it. There it is. But first, let us use... So what I like to do is look in their direction a few times with Olaf the Stout's shield, so that way we can block the fireballs with his said shield, and voila! Now we can go across that bridge. Let's see if there's any enemies or obstacles up here that could be dangerous. Just gonna let that little blue dinosaur do his thing, and oops! Except we're gonna use Baliog the Fierce to take care of that little but deadly blue dinosaur. And he is dead as a doornail. Okay, now, Eric the Swift, come on up here now, buddy. First, I just want to see if there's anything up here that could be useful. Well, what do you know? There is. Obviously don't want to smash ourselves to a pulp on accident. And this thing, obviously, here requires a yellow key, but unfortunately none of the characters have one at the current moment. Now, just while I'm thinking about it, something you can do is... Oh, you have to play as that character. Something you can do is trade a health item with the other character. Fortunately, it doesn't always work in a seemingly obvious way. Go ahead and give this one to Olaf the Stout, and I could give the other health item to... Oh, you have to... I forgot, you have to stand close to them. But you can only give them a health item if you stand close to them, because otherwise, unfortunately, it just ain't gonna work. Voila! Restored both of their health, of course. Okay, now something we can do is... Yeah. There we go, just... Yeah, at least I think so. There we go. Alright, I know there's a way to do that part. There we go, I knew there was a way to do that. And okay, now that he's got the yellow key, let's first have Olaf the Stout. Okay, so let's go ahead and have, just as a safety measure, we're going to have Eric the Swift hand over his yellow key to Olaf the Stout, because he obviously needs it more. So again, we can either shoot them with the arrow while behind Olaf the Stout's shield, or we can use Baliag the Fierce's sword. And voila, I managed to take him out pretty quickly there. Okay, let's see if there's anything down here that could be important. Ah, first time we've got a Viking shield of myriad sorts. No, not Olaf the Stout's, but the other guys, the other ones, I should say. Duh. Okay, so... we're gonna need Baliag the Fierce for this one. And yes, he is dead as a rock. Okay, come up here now, Eric the Swift, my man. And we're gonna go up here. Now, this part up here above us could be a little bit more dodgy, but yes, we will still manage to do something about it, thank the Lord. So, I'll first fight the caveman dude who rolls around like a boulder, and then whilst the dinosaur is trying to bite Olaf the Stout, I will use Baliag's the Fierce's arrows while he's distracted. And voila! There we go. That's what we did, boys and girls. Oops. Okay, Baliag, we'll need you for this one, buddy old boy. And voila! He only lives on within our memories now. Luckily, we're on a new level, so that will restore our health, if not any actual health items. Who were those weird-looking guys? I don't know, but did you check out their hairdos? And people say we need haircuts. True enough. Password TRSS. Okay, so we're gonna go up this sort of treehouse thing. But first, I'm gonna bring up Olaf the Stout there. So he can use his shield to defend against that snail's slimy projectiles. Then, while he's defending us there with his shield, we will use Baliag the Fierce's arrows to shoot at him. That's right, boys and girls. Whoa. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, now. Now there's those weird living human boulder of a caveman guys again. And they're most vulnerable when they're stopped rolling and they just move along the ground. And voila, he's dead as a rock. Okay. Let's use Eric the Swift quickly just to see if there's anything useful up here? Nope, just that caveman guy up there. Let's go back down and we'll defend him with... Here we go. And he is history! Yeah! Alright. Go down here. Okay, now... let's just quickly jump up there, hopefully, to grab that item, because Eric the Swift definitely needs that quite a bit. Nothing like jungle levels from old 90s video games. I love it. Excellent. Oh yeah. Alright. Gotta love those cartoony Vikings. Oh, that was stupid what I just did. Except I'll go ahead and... yeah. You do, again, as I said before, have to kind of time it just right. But you will get it, of course. And voila. Come on there, Eric the Swift, my dude. Is anything useful up here? Nope, just that big dumb caveman guy. Alright. Oh! Not to mention there's a snail up there. Snail enemy. He has such a rather innocent look on his face, that caveman guy, and yet he's dangerous. That's what's kind of funny and ironic. So we'll take care of that other caveman guy before we take out the other dude. Sadly, it'll take a while, but we'll get there, mark my words. And he only lives on within our memories now. Take care of that slimy slug there, and he's dead. Now let's bring Eric the Swift all the way up here to join his buddies. Okay. Now... this is a very gentle way to land, obviously. You just don't want to fall on anywhere on accident. Okay, now. Okay, now. The armor piece up there. Ah, and there's the key we will need. Oops. That was stupid of you, buddy. And voila, restored my health. So now we need to have the other guys come join us. Okay. Alright, come on down here, Baliog, my man. Yeah. Alright. We have to be a little careful with Baliog the Fierce, of course, because he doesn't have a lot of health, sadly. We'll do this thing. Voila. Come on down here, Eric. Okay, as usual, let's... ah, we're already at the end of the level. Alright. Here we go. When we get home, we need to get one of those. Giant snails? Tree houses. No, those cool waterfalls that hover in midair. Password PRHS, and we're in another cave. Alright. It's time to move down now. Unfortunately, we will need Eric the Swift for this one, because we will need to use his headbutt to smash this thing to bits. Unfortunately, there's that dude over there. But luckily, we will get that little shield there as a reward. Die, boy. Come on, boy. Die, you retarded beast. And he only lives on within our memories now, I'm afraid. Alright, safe for you to come down now, Eric the Swift, my man. Okay. And he is dead now, I'm afraid. Dead as a doornail, as Charles Dickens would say in the Christmas Carol. Okay. Now it's time to take out Snail Man there. And voila, he is dead as a rock now. We can jump across that lava lake there. Yes, there's some deadly lava pits in this level, so... Now, something we can do is... Alright, let's not do that. That'll just get us killed. That's putting Olaf the Stout's life at unnecessary risk. So let's just go ahead and use Eric the Swift, and we'll just have to, at least for the time being, skip that blue dinosaur. Oh! Okay, how do we do this? Alright. There's gotta be some other way up there. I know there is. I've played this level before for practice's sake, so yeah. Alright. There we go. Sadly, something we're gonna have to do is just time this a certain way, because I don't think there's any other way to avoid that. Can't just use Olaf the Stout, because he'll just fall into the lava there and get charred to a crisp. Yeah. Got an idea of something that could potentially work. Kind of doubt it, but maybe it will work. Who knows? Now, if we just had Olaf the Stout to use his shield against that thing. Alright. Now, there's a way to do this, of course. Got an idea of something we could do. Watch out for that blue little lizard, though. Unfortunately, that does not destroy it. Oh, I remember. So yes, I just suddenly remembered. We gotta use Baliog the Fierce's arrows to shoot those things down, so that way we have a little primitive bridge over the lava, so we can cross through it safely and not have to worry about getting hurt or injured. I almost forgot about that myself. But hey, I did remember it more or less at the last minute. Okay, so now... Okay, so now I'm gonna use Olaf the Stout's shield to defend the other guys from fireballs shot out by that demonic-looking skull rock there. And I'm going to use Baliag the Fierce's arrow to lower that platform or bridge. Okay, now it's time we bring up Eric the Swift. We have to be careful, those guys, as well as Baliag the Fierce, because unfortunately both pretty low on health at the current moment. Okay. Now, as usual, I'll turn around a couple of times to face the object shooting out the fireballs, so that way, at least, we can avoid getting hit by it. Of course, there's the caveman guy there. There we go. Yeah. Absolutely. There we go. I'd say for all three dudes to come down. Boy, those two other guys need health. I'll be the first to admit it. Of course, we'll need Baliag the Fierce's arrow to shoot that switch and lower the bridge for us. Okay. Come on now. How the heck did he manage to restore his health? And voila. Now we're already at the exit there. You move nice and quickly, don't you there? Are you guys holding up okay? I'm having a terrible time. Not me. I haven't ever got to cobble so many cool monsters. Interesting. That shows that they're all different personality-wise, even though they're both Vikings from medieval Scandinavia. Password, CVRN. I wonder if that's a short little subtle reference to cavern. Might be. Okay. Now. And he is history. It's time to use our best buddy, Olaf The Stout here. Before I smash that barrier there, I'm gonna jump up here and grab that apple in case we should need it for the sake of health. Voila, smashed it to pieces. Let's bring Baliag the Fierce over here, of course. Ah, I already see the red key in our grasp. Yeah, let's let that thing get done shooting. There we go. Oops. Good thing I was wise enough to do that. Okay, so let's go over here. Oh! Oh! I was afraid that might happen. Okay, so yeah, I don't think that thing should be an issue anymore. Okay, so I'll bring the boys over here. And, of course, Baliag the Fierce has the red key needed to lower that bridge. Ah! Sorry, normally I wouldn't panic in such a way over that, but I am just very low on health with Baliag the Fierce, so I do need to be extra careful. Because after all, we cannot exit levels without all three boys being together. We have to risk this. No, now they're not. Would there be more than one of them? Ta-da! Ah, thank God he's gone. Thank God he's dead, said one Doom 3 scientist would say in Alpha Lab Sector 2 near the end of the level. There we go, he's dead as a doornail. Okay, Eric the Swift, we will need your help here, buddy. Need you to smash that barrier to pieces. And voila, it is history. It is no more. So we can fall extra gently without having to smash ourselves to pieces on accident. So, before we do anything else, let's go ahead and take care of the other enemies there so they won't be a problem later on. You hear that, y'all? Voila. Same with the dinosaur, of course. They are dead as a rock, I'm afraid. There's the yellow key in our grasp, obviously. Okay. Oh, move out of the way there, son. There we go. There we go. So that is when they're most vulnerable, is when they stop rolling. That is when they're most vulnerable to attack, as you can tell there. There we go. Okay. Ooh. Good thing I had Olaf the Stout the shield. Okay. Now, before we do much of anything else, let's kill the snail there so he won't be a problem. And voila, he is dead. Now, notice those bubbles. You can't go in them. In fact, that's how you get to another part of this very level. As I learned when I was doing a practice run of this myself. Okay, so then eventually you will have to move up something here. And I'm gonna wait for the other bubble as Olaf the Stout, so we can use his shield to defend the other guys from the snail there. And I did not exactly time that right. I'll be the first to admit it. Okay, yes. Okay, so I'll keep Olaf the Stout there so we can use him to defend the other guys. And I'm not going anywhere, of course, until the next bubble comes up, because we will be burnt to a crisp, obviously, if we fall into that lava. And we don't want that, of course. Ah, I was afraid that might happen. Okay, let's perhaps not worry about that dude. There's no avoiding him without getting hurt or worse, killed. Okay. There we go. See what's up here. Ah, there's our yellow key, but not gonna bother grabbing it right now. I'm way far too low on health at the moment. Something I will go ahead and do, though, is go down here. Oh, I thought that was a key. But it isn't. My bad. Ah, that is so hard to avoid. Let's not worry about him. There's no avoiding that guy's projectile otherwise. Ah, there's already the exit up there. We still need to grab a key, of course. Ah! There's the blue key. See if there's a way to... Ah! Unfortunately, we need a yellow key to open that, and we don't even have it at the current moment. I've got an idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait for a bubble to come up. And so I'm just gonna let it go up there, and I'm gonna go ahead and let Olaf the Stout be generous enough to give me that slice of chicken, because clearly Eric the Swift needs it more than he does. Okay. Because, yeah, we will need Eric the Swift to be able to, of course... Oh, I've got an idea of what we can do, so... There we go, that does the trick. Now that's more how we do it. I don't know why I didn't think of that before, but hey. I'm just a mere mortal like you guys watching this. Because yes, we will need that yellow key to be able to go to our next little area here. Except Olaf the Stout's the guy who has it at the current moment. What the heck? That happened. I'm going to do that a little differently from what I did there. There we go. So I'm going to have Olaf the Stout give it to the yellow key, that is, to... Okay, let's switch to Olaf the Stout. Yeah. There we go. Okay, I'm going to select Olaf the Stout again so we can use him to defend against those fireballs. We do have to be careful because, as you saw happen to me there, I fell quite a few times. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and jump up here. All right. And I'm gonna unlock this door with the blue key. Come on, Baliog, my man. Alright. No. So I'm gonna keep moving that way until there's no more chance of a fireball being shot at us. Alright. Voila. Whoa. Now, yes, something I forgot to mention is you can grab that explosive-looking fireball thing, but that thing will shut on you and there will be no getting out. So, you don't want that either, of course. Let's make sure there's any potentially dangerous obstacle. Alright. Baliag the Fierce there. There we go. Just keep on shooting at him more or less until he's dead as a doornail, of course. And voila, he is. Alright, Eric the Swift, my man, let's go join your other buddies there. And voila, we're already at the end of the level. Let's just make sure there's no enemies or obstacles that could be a danger. Alright. Come on now. Here we are. I'm surprised that bubble held you up, Olaf. Watch it! I'm very sensitive about my weight. Now did I manage to get stuck with these two? How did I manage to get stuck with these two, I mean? Password double BLS. So yes, we're back in jungle terrain again. So I'm just gonna wait until that blue lizard has done its thing a little bit. So something I'm gonna go ahead and do is just keep shooting at it a couple of times, and somehow I already managed to kill that thing. How? I don't know. There we go. Ah! What are you thinking, buddy? Ah, and there's another thing with bubbles, of course. Let's see if there's any health for any of the guys up here. So, boy, this is not going to be easy. Okay, so let's go ahead and just ride one of those bubbles there over this kind of river of green slime. Can't tell if it's green lava or if it's naturally occurring form of slime, or both, maybe. So I'm gonna go ahead and do one character at a time, because this is very dodgy and very tricky, no doubt. Okay. Alright. Alright. Whoa! Let's go ahead and go over there. So that way it's safer to go. I have to risk getting hurt. What's the matter with you, buddy? Why can't you get out of the way? Okay, we might have to go over there to... Don't even have a key at the moment to grab that. Did you kill yourself on accident, buddy? What the heck? How that happened? Okay, let's go ahead and bring Eric the Swift up here. Oh! Whoa! That is very dodgy and treacherous, to say the least. Fortunately, that didn't smash it apart. There we go. Okay. How should we get out of the way there? I'm just gonna restart that level because there was no way of getting out of there, unfortunately. But no, we don't have to restart the whole world, just the level. So, okay, I need to do that a little differently from what I did before. Okay. Normally I wouldn't quit like that, but there was just no way in hell I was going to be able to get out of that situation there, so. Okay. There we go. He's dead as a rock, I'm afraid. There we go. Oh! Get up there, boyo. There we go. Okay, and I stay in that bubble until another one comes to the surface. There we go. Stay over here, and I'm not even gonna go up to that one area up top because yeah, that's just too dangerous. Because yeah, we're gonna just get cornered by those dinosaurs, and we don't want that, obviously. So let's go ahead and have Balyog the Fierce go first across these bubbles. And yep. And if one bubble goes out, you can fall on another one. There we go. Yep. There we go. Okay. And luckily that door there's a barrier between us and that dinosaur. So you don't have to worry about it at the moment. I'm not going to go to that one area. It's just too dodgy, too risky, and just it's wishful thinking to assume I won't be killed, because I definitely will, mark my words. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now, I'm going to go ahead and use Olaf the Stout's shield to let Eric the Swift up there. And voila, we've got a red key. Except I'm going to go ahead and give it to Olaf the Stout so he can defend us against that dinosaur over there. He definitely needed that more than any of the other dudes, obviously. Buddy, try to avoid getting hurt, okay? Okay. Usually I would have Olaf the Stout with his shield take care of something like that, but just, it's so dodgy. Yeah, as you saw me do there. Okay, now this is definitely an area where we will have Olaf the Stout go first, because I can shoot Baliag the Fierce's arrows at that thing whilst Olaf the Stout's shield kind of blocks its attacks. Okay, now... Okay, and I believe we're getting... Yeah. Okay. And he only lives on within our memories now, unfortunately. Okay. Okay, so I'm not going to grab that yellow key until I've killed that dinosaur, so he won't be an obstacle to that. And voila. Okay, so I'm going to use Olaf the Stout's shield so we can jump on it, obviously. And voila, I've got the yellow key. Alright. Wow, those things are deadly. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use Baliag the Fierce first, so we can use his arrows to take that thing out. And watch what this does. Trust me, this is awesome. Yeah! It's a sort of explosive of myriad sorts that just takes out enemies in a relatively quick and easy way. Just gonna grab this thing here, just so I have a health. There we go. Recharging the health. Okay, so we're gonna need Olaf the Stout for this thing here. Because there's no getting up there otherwise, of course. Okay, I'm just gonna... And it can't hurt you because it isn't quite in your position to hurt you. But I will go ahead and use Olaf the Stout to defend against its slime balls that it shoots out. And voila, he lives on within our memories even though he doesn't actually live on at all. There we go. Oops. Whoa! Yeah, those are not easy, I'll be the first to admit. Okay. We're already at the end of this individual level. It's almost well worth the challenge in a certain way. Now we all smell like swamp. Boy, do we need baths. Baths? Vikings don't need no stinking baths. We don't need no stinking Vikings either. Quite the comedic element. Password VLCN, which I'm guessing is somehow short for volcano. Okay, so I'm gonna use Olaf the Stout's shield to defend from those fireballs and to block them so the other guys can go up safe and sound. Alright. Now we'll have to bring Olaf the Stout himself up and we'll go up here. Now we're in another little fiery, demonic-looking cave. Okay, so now we're gonna go here. Alright. And now we're gonna notice the cage in which that prehistoric damsel in distress is locked in. We're gonna use Baliag the Fierce's arrows to shoot at it, so we can weaken it and make it fall eventually. Because yes, we will have to go and rescue her. Not only to be a gentleman and a scholar, but to also, of course, proceed the game. Hello there! Thank you so much for saving me. To escape from this place, you must find the key and drain the volcano. Where's the key? You must go back down and bash your way into the mountain. Could you be a little more specific? I will use my psychic powers to destroy the fireballs inside the mountain. Thank you for your help. That's what I'm here for. So, what that means is we no longer have to use Olaf the Stout's shield to defend against those fireballs, because she's somehow deactivated them with her more or less magical powers. Unfortunately, we can't use him to knock them down, obviously. Die, boy. Yeah. Voila, he's dead as a rock. Baliag the Fierce clearly needs it more, so let's have him go grab it. And now, eventually, we will have to move across this. Obviously, I don't have a key needed to open that, but I think that's sort of how we drain that lake of lava there, more or less. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that was stupid what I just did. Okay. So if there's anything we're supposed to do over here. So we'll need Baliag the Fierce to take care of that guy. Okay. Okay, can't go through there. Alright. So, as that one prehistoric woman said, we need to go down here at some point. But the thing is, we need Baliag the Fierce. I mean, Eric the Swift to be able to... Whoa! Just barely. Wait for him to... I restored my health. Yes, we got hurt, but hey, kind of had to do what we had to do there. And voila! Fortunately, to make things a little more stressful. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have Olaf the Stout stand next to it, so he can defend it with an armor shield. There we go. And yes. Wow, and that fully rejuvenated his health. See if there's anything else we need to do down here. Let's go ahead and grab Olaf the Stout first, should we need his shield to defend against any monsters. Which I don't think we do, but still, just in case. Let's go ahead and use him, should the situation arise where it's needed. Fortunately, there's that caveman creature there, rolling like a human boulder, essentially. Feel more comfortable doing it that way. And this is where we get the key. There's already the exit of the entire world. Okay, maybe we'll need Eric the Swift for the next one. Okay, so Baliag the Fierce has the red key, so either we will have to have him open the door for us, or we'll have him give it to someone else. Let's go ahead and give it to Eric the Fierce, since he's the guy who does all the jumping. Voila! And that just drained the whole thing for us. Okay, so if there's any enemies, we can use Olaf the Stout's shield. Alright. So we're going to go down here. There we go. Just keep shooting arrows at him until he's no more, essentially. Voila, he's dead. Ah, and as you can tell here, this is another area where we will need to use volcanic bubbles as a source of transportation. A sort of primitive transportation vehicle, if you will. Like a primitive version of an elevator or something. I like it, though. Now this part is definitely, oops, dodgy here. So we'll use Olaf the Stout's shield to protect us from those fireballs. Okay, now. So this can potentially at least be a particularly dodgy part of the game, so we do got to be aware of that. So we'll have Baliag the Fierce move in our primitive transportation bubble. Hurry up and get them all in the same place, though, because, yes, that will hurt us. In fact, I'm a little bit surprised that that didn't kill him. Okay. Okay. And we're already at the end of the world here. World 2 Prehistoric era. As usual, we need to get all three dudes over there. Maybe there's a different way to get back home. Got any ideas, Olaf? Well, time's up. Yep. Mm-hmm. Password GQCKS. Well, folks, I believe that will end World 2 of my Lost Vikings walkthrough, and as I said earlier, that was definitely a tougher and longer level than the previous one we did in the previous video before this one, the Croutonian Spaceship, that is. But I enjoyed it. I wasn't frustrated or annoyed by it at all, actually. In fact, I very much enjoyed it to the nth degree. But hopefully that video was educational for you folks, and as you can tell by both the setting and the music, the next level in the next video will have an Egyptian theme, and well, I believe that will end the video here, folks, and remember, if you like this video, please hit that like button down below, and if you want to see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button below, and I will see you all when I see you all in the next video, folks. I had a very great and fun time making this video. Till then, though, my name is Nuclear Scholar 7. Goodbye for now, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Amen.